How y'all doing? Late,
Hey, y'all.
late as usual. You see who I got in the house with me? I'm late as usual.
LST time.
I know, baby. LST time again as usual. How y'all doing today? Oh, okay. The volume is down on that. Let me get my iPad over here so I can see folks better. I can see a little bit better anyway. Until that battery run dead. Because y'all already know. It's good to see everybody. I'm glad. I'm sorry I'm so late, but y'all already know how this go. Let me see. Sonia in the house. The Dragon Manifest Show. Good to see you in the house.
Hey, Homesteader Chick.
Homesteader Chick in the house. Our Greenhouse Lounge Garden Warrior of the Week. Homesteader Chick is in the house. Good to see you.
Yes.
Okay.
Y'all go check out her channel.
Please go check out her channel. My sister over there doing big things. It's good to share a little bit of spotlight with people to see what they are doing as well. You know, people, they just kind of skip over them, but they got a lot of good stuff going on. Hey, Miss Craft.
Hey, Miss Crab.
Good to see you in the house.
Hey, Miss Love Notes.
Hey, Miss Love Notes. How you doing? Hey, who was that? From Alabama. Oh, I missed him. I missed somebody. Let me see. So before we get going, you guys, Homesteader Chick is right here. She is gonna be in the blue. She's gonna be one of my moderators for the day. She is in the blue. Please go check out her channel and check her out and see what she got going on over there. I'm sure you guys will love it as much as I do. Please go check out her channel. She is Homesteader Chick in the blue. She's one of the moderators. Wow, I cannot find the stuff, man.
What you trying to find?
I don't know, man.
What are you
Okay.
You know I can move faster than that.
I know, because your fingers little like mice.
Hey, Shirley Wing.
Hey, Shirley Wing. There we go. Okay.
Doing stuff.
I know. I'm doing too much. All right. As you can see, I finally shaved, cut my doggone hair. I was looking like I was about to start begging for change in a minute. Thank you, Homesteader Chick. You good, sis. You know, the family need to see you too. Hey, Miss All in the Soil, how you doing today? Now.
Hey, Essie.
Hey, Essie in the house?
Yes.
Oh, listen. Okay, we gonna start this out because I'm not gonna waste time beating around the bush too much, because y'all see I did that. I can't blame it on her. We did a lot of talking last night, okay? I was going off. So, I was going off last night. So, my first question for everybody before we even get started, I want to ask everybody, hey, Raw Juice Soapery. Soapery.
Thanks for watching, Rosita and your 9-year-old.
Hey, Rosita and your baby. I want to ask everybody, who all has purchased any beekeeping equipment? A show of hands. Has anybody purchased any beekeeping equipment? Whether it's your beekeeping suit, is it your beekeeping gloves? I don't care what it is. Has anybody purchased anything?
Hey, Reba.
Essie, Queen Essie homesteading. I know she done started. She got everything. Essie,
Is that
look, it's a hawk. It's a hawk fighting in the yard, killing the birds.
Stay focused. Just get back over here.
I'm sorry.
They outside, and they not with our birds. And this is geese.
Okay, that kind of threw a hawk. Okay, I'm off again.
Yeah.
Just to throw them, just to show you, we're here looking. We're facing the backyard, and we just watched a hawk just dive down, grab a duck, and fly away with a whole duck. That's our television set, okay? We don't need cable.
All right. Ringo says they got a hood and gloves so far.
Okay.
Raw Juice Soapery has beekeeping equipment.
Okay.
But you're using it for soap making. Huh? How is working? What?
You must not got no
Using
beekeeping
it for
equipment.
soap making.
Beekeeping equipment.
How are you using it? I'm just curious.
Okay, I've been.
Oh, like the mold you're using, like the Beehive, the
comb to press into the soap to give it the honeycomb
that's
look.
cute.
I got you.
Everything except the bees, said Neutrino.
Okay, everything except the bees.
Bettina has 2 beehives.
Okay. Hey, Andrew Hess, how you doing?
Deborah, you have a hive and then you moved. You left the hive. What happened?
Okay.
Atlanta got their
Super
hive.
Seedlings. We bought a book. That's a start. That's a start.
Yes. Okay.
I'm gonna have to cut this beard. It's just doing what it want to do. It's on vacation. Lena's Backyard Homestead. I have no bees, but what else do you have? We're trying to find out what people got and where are you in your journey of starting to keep bees. I have books, MW says. I have 3 hives, T Goodwin. You have 3 hives. Do you have bees in your 3 hives, T Goodwin? Melissa Singletary says no because I wanted to wait on this video. Okay, I'm trying to find out who all got what. Okay, Tina Marie, where do I purchase? Hold on, we getting to that. Everything except bees, experimental gardener. Okay, T Goodwin, yes sir. Okay, I got you. I can't read that name. I'm starting from scratch. I'm blank slate. Okay, that's why we're here. We here so we all know where to start. Part of our problem in society is sometimes we lack only because we don't even know where to start. You don't know where to start and how to get your credit started. You don't know how to buy a house. That's where we mess up. So right now we starting from rock bottom on beekeeping, like I did last season about gardening. Starting from rock bottom, holding our hands, just like Cannon, we holding hands. Okay, Ringor says, so far I've only helped my mentor with his hive. I'm planning for 2021. That's good because at least you're learning the craft. Let me see, Raw Juice Soaper. When I move to Florida, I will start my beekeeping, so continue to watch. Okay. Washington the farmer, you need everything. This Hawks is tripping.
Can you keep bees in Detroit? Yes.
Yes, you can.
You may have to do something in the winter. But the first thing I'm gonna tell everybody is find out who your local beekeeping association is. Like that's one of the first things to do. Get connected with them because it's really hyper local. Like we can tell you stuff, but we can only tell you what works here where we are. Right. And you really need to know what's what where you are. So that's one thing. Do some research, find out who the local association is. And when I say local, I even mean your city, your county, and your state. Because even just your state is too far away. Mm-hmm. You need it like super in your area. And
Zen Grilla says, I have a backyard, but I think it's too small. There is, before we get started, because we're going to hear that 100 times, like I kept hearing it last night, there is no too small of a space. If you have a balcony off of an apartment, some people said, okay, one of the biggest questions I got emailed through the night, and I read them this morning, emails and in the comments was, I live in an apartment, how do I do that? If you have a balcony in your apartment, off your apartment, that's enough. If you have anything so those bees can get outside, that's all you need. You don't need no land. You don't need no huge yard. You don't even need a 1/4 acre land. You don't need nothing. If you got enough space where you could set a dog house for a small dog, it's no different. If you got that, just think of it like that. If you got enough space to set a dog house, you have enough space for a hive. Is that simple? I think I lost something here. Okay. Thank you very much for Tina Hill. Let me see. Lena's Backyard Homestead. I have I have contacted them and they have meetings, but they have not had any since COVID started. Well, this is where you're supposed to take it upon yourself and get your own knowledge, because I'm going to tell you one thing. It's good to go to your local extension and join the Beekeepers Association, but we didn't do that till years after.
Well, even if you don't go to the meeting, go to their website. There's information there. When I say connect with them, I don't necessarily mean you gotta like go in person, because the first thing I did was went to their website and found the information there, because it's stuff there. They have articles and things that you need to know about for your area. And you can email them.
This is a good question. I'm sorry, baby. This is a good question. Can you relocate the bees when you move to another state? Yes, you can. Because when we started beekeeping over 8 years ago, we didn't live in this house. We lived miles away on the other side of town. And we strapped our bees down and we relocated them here and put them on this land. And when we go out and get bees, that's the same thing we do anyway. It's sometimes we go almost to another state to rescue bees and strap them down, tape them up, put them in a box, and bring them here.
Moving is a different process, though, because you kind of have to do certain things like the night before, but you are going to want to, like, this ain't something you do at the last minute. Like, you prepare. So you gotta like shut them up the night before, and it's gonna depend on how far away you're going, because
they need to get out.
Yeah, like if it's more than a day or so, they're gonna start suffering.
And
but it's possible.
With the temperatures, is the temperatures gonna change, or is the temperature too hot? Yeah,
you're gonna have to monitor things, but like an hour drive, that's definitely doable. But even still, you have to lock them up the night before, because if you don't and you wait till the morning, you're going to lose bees because they're already out foraging.
Right. So, okay, I had some good questions up here too. Little slice of... I don't know what you said, little slice of paradise.
You might have
that was an accident, because I haven't gotten rid of anybody yet. So little slice of paradise homestead, can you say whatever you just said again? I touched this screen.
I think you can.
No, it's not coming back. Oh. It's not coming back. So just repeat what you said, little slice of paradise homestead, because that was a total accident. And some people, they say, oh, you blocked me. Sometimes it's an accident. These hands touching this little phone.
Oh, I see it. Hold on.
Okay. Can you attract bees without having an old hive like wild bees? Yes, you can. And it's this stuff in my state that they make. You can order online. I got it right here. You can. And it's a product that they make right here in South Carolina, but they sell it all over the world. So I'm blessed to actually be in driving distance to be able to go pick this stuff up without ordering it online. It's called Swarm Commander. It's a little bottle, and see, ours is pretty used up. It's called Swarm Commander. And what this smells like is the queen. It's lemongrass and queen pheromone in here. All you need is a little tiny bottle of this stuff. Some people say they're gonna go out and buy the big $200 bigger bottle. You don't need that unless you're starting.
You really only need a little.
Don't
overdo it.
This is what I do with this stuff. Put it on my fingertip and rub it inside of one of my traps. I don't even use this spray pump. You don't need that. So this one bottle I've had for 2 years and it's still full. You don't need that. Is it best to move bees during the fall or the winter? You can move your bees whenever you want to. But it's a process. It's not just like
the heat of the summer. You really do have to be careful, though.
Right.
And going only short distances, but it's possible.
Take it easy, baby.
I know I was cold. Yeah. Now I'm warm.
Yes, you are. You're hot. I'm just saying.
I'm typing big so you can see. Searched YouTube and put in beekeeping masterclass that showed lots of reputable online classes. Yeah, this is really something where, yeah, you can listen to us, but you're going to have to do some other homework as well. Right. Everybody's situation is different. Like I told you, everybody's location is different. So, you know, doesn't mean you can't start. You can start and learn as you go. We started and we learned as we go. We had a mentor. I highly recommend having a mentor. Yes. Because there will be a day where you'll have a weird situation and you didn't read about that situation in your book, and the local extension doesn't have anything about that weird situation. But if you know somebody who's experienced, they can tell you, hey, try this, try that. We had a lady who told us stuff like that, and that was very helpful. And I want you to do something else. Miller's Garden, do bees survive in the winter weather? I want you to understand something. It is not a dumb question, okay? Because years ago, I asked one of our mentors about taking care of chickens. What do I do in the wintertime? She said, they're birds. Chickens are birds. So I felt stupid, but the answer was like, yeah, you don't do nothing. They're birds. That's what they know how to handle themselves. Again, it's local though. Right. Because here our winter is too mild. We almost suffocated our bees trying to winterize. I was telling you. But in other places, you may need to winterize, because I know places like Ohio, that cold is different. What type of winterization you need to do is something you have to find out for your particular area, because I can't tell you, because it might be too much or it might not be enough. Hey, who was that? Hey, the little farmer's farm. How you doing today? Hey, Salon Diva V. How you doing today? I'm sorry, baby. Oh, I'm fine. That was yours. I know you're fine. Somebody's talking about a queenless hive. A queenless hive. Oh, yeah. With a lane worker is a really weird problem to have. And you would only know that if you keep getting a lot of drones and you're like, why am I only getting drones? Right. But that's advanced. But yeah, that's advanced information. But that's one of those weird situations where you're like, what is this? Right. And you know what? Instead of buying queens all the time, we've even come up with a solution. If one of your queens die in your hive, we've come up with a solution to just bounce that back to combining hives. You don't have to lose a hive. You just gonna have a big, massive hive so they can stay alive. We have a method to combine two whole different hives together with one queen. I know it sounds a little tricky for people to know how to keep bees, but once you do it, you got one big, massive hive, and once they get back in tune, then you can separate those hives. They'll make a new queen. It won't cost you a nickel. But that's a little advanced. I have a wasp problem that interfere with bees. Do they interfere with bees? Bees can protect themselves. There's nothing you can do about outside natural pests. It's only a few things you can do. But bees can handle themselves, even against wasps and the murder hornet crap. Give me a break. That's something that, like, your entrance size matters. Right. That's everything. Yeah, so a small entrance size helps with that. Game Nerd Mom, I didn't even know worker bees could lay. Yes, they can. It's all about preserving the DNA. They do a lot of different things that preserves that, and that's one of them. Right. Mama Brissette says, I've been hearing about new type of beehive, but forget what it's called. Don't even try to remember it. Okay, we don't deal with that hive at all. At all. I don't like that hive, but that's my personal preference, and I don't know one real beekeeper that even, I know what that hive consists of, and I know what beekeeping consists of, and I know good and well either if you want that hive, you're gonna be coming out your pocket so hard if it works. But every single person that I've seen with that hive on YouTube or anywhere else, they were paid to promote that hive. Real beekeepers do not deal with that thing. Waxed or unwaxed frames? That's a very good question, Karma. We don't like using
plastic frames at all. We've only had bad luck. Some people have great luck with plastic frames.
Our bees hate plastic.
Our bees hate them. We tried it for years and it never works. And I promise you, this is what we do. We don't like we like everything to be natural. So we take a strip of strip of wax and put it in a raw wooden frame, empty wooden frame, and let them build it down themselves, because this is what you find out. If you get the wired wax to go in your frames, bees hate that. And they will make a mess of that wire. They will not build on that wire mesh. They hate that crap. I guess they hate touching it. I don't know.
And it depends on what phase. Like if you got new bees and they have nothing and you're trying to give them something, it's better to just give them plain wax, like maybe as much wax as you can give them without the wire.
Right.
And let them build the rest out that way. In an emergency, I would say, yeah, use the wax.
Yes.
But not plastic.
No, it just don't work well. And certain beekeepers, they be like, yeah, that wax, it's going to give you a hard time no matter what. I got plenty of plastic frames and they just out there in the yard. I just get rid of them.
Here's a good question.
Okay.
How close should your pollinators be to your hive? When you say your pollinators,
that's throwing me off. Your pollinators.
Be to your hive. Are you talking about, you don't have to have your beehives super close, but at the same time, they don't need to be as far away from, I think they're saying like how close to your trees or your vegetables do the bees need to be?
Well,
they'll find it if it's in your yard.
And here's the other thing.
They can go 3 miles and find stuff.
And that's the other misconception that people get. Right off the bat, you're going to have all this stuff planted in your yard. And you're going to be watching your beehive. And the first thing you're going to see is your bees zipping up into the air and flying off. None of them is really going to be in your yard. You can be like, look, man, I bought y'all to do work here. Why is y'all pollinating over there? You can't control what they're going to pollinate. If I tell you right now, and this has happened, okay, I'm going to go back on a video. Remember I told y'all I know a store here in South Carolina where they are selling plantain plants and banana plants. They got a sale going on. Okay, people came from Georgia and North Carolina to the store in my area just to get that sale. Even though I'm sure they sell plantains in North Carolina, they sell plantains in Georgia and Tennessee. I'm sure they do. But you wanted that sale because you heard me say, this sale is the bomb. Bees do the same thing. Bees come back to their hive and they communicate with all their sisters and be like, girl, I found the bomb nectar. Taste this, girl. Taste that. Taste that. And be like, where you get that? Oh, about 3 miles away over there by that school bus. Let's go. They will fly past everything in your yard to get to a one flower by a school bus outside of some. So I don't care how close you put your bees to your garden or in your plants. The only real time you really gonna see them really start hitting your stuff is when things start to die down, like kind of in the fall, and they get a little desperate.
Put it like this, you just don't notice them. You think you'll notice them flying around, but every now and then, like when I'm in the garden, I always see 1 or 2, like they're on a plant. You don't even know they're there. Like it's not like they're gonna be bothering you.
Right.
But we're missing some good questions.
Oh,
somebody said, should you start keeping bees while renting? Yes.
Yes.
Because when you get your house, then you can move them.
Right. They're not going to hurt anybody or anything on your landlord's land.
And that's why it's good to have a mentor. Somebody was saying they need to see this stuff. We can all we can really do today is just kind of touch the surface. But all the like specific, there's so many different specific things that's why you'll need a mentor. Books. I don't have a specific book to recommend. Really, any book you can get your hand on, because that's what I did. I went to the library, any book I could find.
Everything.
Yeah, like now if it says beginner, that's good because then that'll be something that won't be too dense.
Okay. Game Nerd Mom, what is a good starter hive? Where is a good place to put a hive? Can I put it against the house or do they do better in open space? You can put your hive anywhere you want it. Okay. Now, while we're here today, I wanted to take the first 30 minutes and just answer questions because what I'm about to show you won't take that long at all, which is answering the rest of your questions. Where can I get it from? How much does it cost? And all the stuff you're going to need. That's why we're really here. But we wanted to answer a couple of questions that everybody's been asking us. Okay, so we're about to show you where we just came up on great deals at, and how simple it is to put it together. If you don't want to put a hive together and you scared to mess around with that, totally understandable. And they already have built hives, but you're gonna pay a little more for that, of course.
Now, I wouldn't put them in the house.
No.
Somebody said, well, you have a big problem with them in the house. Now, here's the thing. Where to put the hive. Keep in mind, you don't want to be crossing the path of the entrance.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Hold on.
Somebody said, you have a big problem with them in the house? Yes. Unless.
No, it ain't no unless.
Hold on. First of all, you got to consider the path of the entrance. Second of all, if you have your hive in the house, you have to have it where the entrance
is facing outside.
Yeah, and there is no gap, or you're gonna have bees flying around your house. They won't be able to get out, and they're gonna die.
Now, and here's the other thing, because I'm going to entertain that question.
No bees in the house.
If you do have a beehive in the house and you do funnel an entrance to go outside, here's the problem with that. Your hive is in the house, but you got a funnel going outdoors, because there's people that got this now, okay? That's called a hive house. When you open your hive up, now they're in your house because you have to go inside the hive and check your hive. There is no way to do that indoors without having a big mess. Yeah. You don't want that. Yeah, not bees in the house.
I wouldn't put bees in the house.
I wouldn't do it.
I like bees, but I don't like them that much.
They have them, stuff you probably see like at the zoo where they in glass, encased in glass.
See, what I was thinking of is that's outside. You can see it, but that's, you go outside and open that up.
Right. You don't want those in the house.
I wouldn't do that.
Just don't do it. Let me see. Looks like in Florida, beekeepers have to be registered with the Department of Agriculture. In some cities and states and municipalities, they do. In some.
Yeah, that's why I keep telling you.
Yeah,
get to your local.
Find out your
beekeeping
area.
association, because they'll be able to tell you all that stuff, and it's different everywhere. So I could tell you something wrong.
Okay. I can't pronounce your name, dear. A local place here is charging $110 for 3 pounds of bees, nukes, queens, and boxes.
Good.
Let me tell you something. That's a excellent price for a nuke of bees, or is a package of bees. That's probably just a package of bees for $110. That's not a nuke. No. If you
that is an amazing price.
If you find a price for a nuke at $110, get off the phone.
Make sure it's a nuke, and the difference is a package just has bees and the queen. A nuke has frames with honey, with pollen and brood.
It's a small hive.
If it doesn't have all that stuff, it's not a nuke.
Keep answering. I'm gonna show them pretty much what a nuke looks like. Your queen.
Yeah, a nuke is basically the hive is already established. When you have a package, they have to build their wax before they can absolutely do anything, which takes more time. So before the queen can start laying, they have to build up enough wax. That means they don't have anything stored up. They don't have any honey. They don't have any pollen. And so that's why a package is cheaper than a nuke. So, and nukes usually come with like 5 frames. Oh, the nuke is $165 plus the 110 bee pack. Oh, okay. That sounds more of a that sounds more of the real price for a nuke. A nuke is that expensive because basically it has a more, they're ready to go. Like, they don't have to spend that time building up their stores and, you know, potentially missing the honey flow. Let's see, Carpenter Bees. Okay. Yeah, Carpenter Bees are different. Like, yeah, they don't, I wouldn't try to keep a Carpenter Bee. What about relocating them? Oh, okay. Y'all are talking to yourselves about Carpenter Bees. I'm sorry. Oops. Okay. You got your bees and didn't know you had to feed them. Yeah, if you get a package of bees, they don't have any food. You have to feed them.
Okay.
You have to.
This is what a nuke of bees is going to look like. It's just a small, it's going to probably 9 times out of 10 come in cardboard. This is what it's going to look like when you get it. This is a pretty much whole hive. You're going to open this up. Make sure ain't nothing going to crawl out and scare you. It's okay. No, it's good, baby. It's good. Don't run. Don't run, baby. And you put, it's going to come with frames full of bees, brood, which is babies, pollen, honey. It's going to be loaded. You're going to have a whole hive. The thing that's good about having a nuke is you're going to literally transfer everything out of this box and put it into your new hive so it can grow bigger. You don't have to start them out with no food, no nothing, and they start from scratch. Purchasing a nuke as a first-time beekeeper, I recommend you start out with a nuke. A package of bees is rough. You can do it, but I'm telling you, the chances of them flying away is a little bit greater when you get a package of bees. So what we've done for you guys is we have bees, but just to show you when spring hit, we have purchased a nuke. This is just for you. We don't need it. We have purchased a nuke that's going to come like this, and we have purchased a package of bees. So this coming spring, what we're going to show you is how to start with a nuke and how to start with a package and what's the differences, how much faster and more advanced a nuke is, and how much faster they're going to make more honey, like this.
Yeah, basically that's it. Like, the better the conditions you give, the more likely you will be able to get some honey.
Right.
But here's the thing. It's better to just do the best that you can do and keep the bees alive and producing. So it's all going to depend on your goals. If your goal is honey, you're going to have to really work.
Right.
Like, it's not going to be oh, I can just leave them alone and come back and get honey.
Right.
But we missed some good questions. Somebody asked about ventilated suit or no. Depends on where you live, but here we need ventilated.
We do not have ventilated suits because they are pricey, but that is going to change because, oh my God, yes. If you don't mind spending a couple of extra dollars, please,
if
I
you live
advise.
in the South, get a ventilated suit.
Get a ventilated suit.
It's hot. It's hot, and you can literally get heat stroke. Like, there have been days where I come in after beekeeping and I just have to sit down because you be so drained from the heat.
And you don't even know that it's happening because you out there, you tending to your bees for about an hour or so, and you sweating in places you forgot about. And I promise you, I've passed out because I was out there tending to the bees one day. Just from total dehydration. Total dehydration. You don't even know. You just kind of start feeling dizzy, like, what the?
Somebody asked about a horizontal hive. Is it easier? It has its ups and its downs. And I will say this, it was harder to manage it was harder to manage
the
them
frames.
because yeah, bees tend to want to do what they want to do, and they don't really like you moving stuff around. And it seemed like with the top bar hive, because you don't have the extra frames, you hold them the wrong way and they break. You can't necessarily move it around super easy and give them more space. Yeah, you try to give them new space, and all they do is widen the two on the other side.
Make a honeycomb net fat.
Yeah, and so it's like you're trying to get them to build new comb. They don't. I will say if you are doing a top bar, you're more concerned about pollination rather than honey.
Right. Where the Langstroth, the tall one, you're going to get pollination and honey. So start with the Langstroth. Trust me on that.
It's easier to exchange out the equipment and move things around.
We actually started with the top bar hive, the African top bar hive. That was our very, very first thing. I built it myself. It was great. But would I do it again? Only to show you how to build one. But as far as production wise and everything.
To me, that's just if you you're just interested in the pollination. You're not worried about them swarming and all of that.
And here's one more thing, family. What I found out real quick, to build a top bar hive pretty much almost costed just as much as just buying a Langstroth hive. It wasn't worth it.
Somebody got a bee suit for under $30 on Amazon. I'm gonna say this. You're gonna have to really inspect that suit when you get it.
I got one.
Because I bought one.
I got it back.
And it had a hole in it, and my son got stung because a bee. You would be like, how will the bee find this little hole? Guess what? When you're in there doing inspections and they're mad and you're upsetting everything, they go out of their way to crawl in every little crevice. And he literally had a bee flying around in there, stung him like right on his neck because there's gaps in that suit.
Okay.
And it's too thin. They can sting you right through the fabric. Like I've gotten stung on my arm.
This type of silly stuff right here, like some people keep on coming on YouTube with, this is a joke. This is a joke. See this? And it popped back out. You know, I bought this so I could just run out there real quick and just kind of peek around. This is a joke. You see why that's so clean? Because we don't wear this thin piece of crap. This is a joke, a beekeeper's joke. All right? This is
like this, if you don't want to get stung.
If you don't want to get stung.
If you don't care, you just trying to be cool.
See how much that is almost similar to that?
Lighter.
How much thin? This is the suit that my son got stung in for that $30 one on that website.
I found the hole. I might have sewed it up. No, nope, here's the little gap right here.
Right there. That's all they need. They gonna get you. Okay? And look, this is paper thin, family. That's paper thin. You know what? You can see all the places where they was getting him.
Yeah, they told him.
All it is all of those spots is places they were stinging him at. That is the residue of stings. As a matter of fact, I could have sworn.
Yeah, please be careful.
Look, here's a stinger still in the arm. Right there, look, see it? That's a stinger still in the arm.
I can't focus.
Let me see. Yeah, that's a stinger that's still in his arm. And yes, it still will, if it scratches you, it still will irritate you just like you just got stung. Don't be scared of that.
Yeah.
Be scared of everything else trying to destroy you. Not no bee. Okay? I'm not going to lie to you and tell you won't get stung. You will get stung.
And here's the other part. Getting stung is just a reality. Don't let it scare you. I would rather be stung by a bee than bit by a mosquito. Because for me, a mosquito will itch for like 3 weeks, whereas the bee sting goes away. You're not feeling the pain.
Right.
I don't know, almost instantly. After the initial sting, you don't really feel pain. Now, if you're allergic, that's a different thing. This probably isn't for you. But if you're not allergic, a sting, it hurts, but it's not I'm not about to drop all my frame. I've been stung so many times that I just kind of felt them stinging me, and I was just like,
oh no,
they got me.
I told you, they get her little sweet meat, and she come in, and that little lip be hanging like, they got me, baby, on the sweet meat. Well, I rub a little honey on her. Come here, let daddy rub some honey on her. That's all.
But it's almost like you have to get rid of that anxiety, because that anxiety actually lets off a pheromone and they really attack you more. You have to be calm. Being calm is your friend when you beekeeping.
Don't go out there in no rush like me.
No rush. You gotta be slow. You can't get upset when you see they get mad at you and they start bumping you in the head. You just gotta stay there and just stay calm. Think happy thoughts for real.
For real, because they can sense your anxiety.
I be standing there like, I'm so sorry, y'all. Please accept my most heartfelt apologies. I am sorry. I will be gone in a minute.
So they can feel you. If you out there and you just got through arguing with somebody, they feel that. I know it sounds ridiculous to some people. Go out there angry. Go out there on a cloudy day. Go out there when it's about to rain.
No, don't open it up on a cloudy
Watch
day.
what happens.
Don't do it on a windy day.
And
cloudy. Not at night. The only thing you doing at night is taping up the entrance if you're trying to do something to the next day. Don't bother them at night.
Right. That's just how they is. They just like you. They don't want to be bothered when it's about to rain. You want to snug. Right. They feel your energy, Jamal. Exactly. And they know we need to be batting down hatches because they can feel the barometric pressure coming and a storm is coming. They feel that. So they're trying to get ready to bear down and get ready for this storm. So you come knocking on their door, they're already in defense mode. How do you know if you're allergic? I have no idea.
Oh, if you've never been stung before, then you really want to be careful. Like most of us, I was stung as a kid.
Hey, Garden Love. Garden Love is in the house.
Hey, Garden
Love. Garden Love said, will deers mess with them? No. And I see all them deer you got. No, we got deer out here. Nobody even knows, but I told you how I get rid of them. I deter them, rather. Auntia says, you give off pheromones when you are angry and upset. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. And they sense that. Okay, that's right.
Where to get a good suit is really find a reputable beekeeping company.
Thank you.
What's the one? Brushy Mountain.
And that's one you can order from online, but they're local a lot of different places.
Carolina Bee Company is one here. I would get one of their catalogs and order from there or go to their website. We got ours we went to a convention.
Right there. Oh, go ahead. Before you go there, if you have a beekeeper convention, well, now with the mess going on.
They may have virtual ones though. Don't miss out on that virtual stuff because you can still get access to the same information. You don't have to be in person.
Yeah.
But we just happened one year to go and they had vendors there, and they'll have vendors during the online stuff too. So
what is the convention? The convention is just like a car show or a boat show. It's just a beekeeper show. It's the same thing. A Harley Davidson motorcycle show.
Yeah, it's something your local state or whatever regional association puts on something once a year.
Right, Essie. Human urine.
What? What are they talking about?
Because Garden Love was like, will the deer mess with the beehives? No, I sprinkle a little urine around my yard, so don't nothing come over here. We see deer everywhere. Sprinkle a little, put a little love in your heart.
Go to your local bee company website to find their events.
Right.
That's where I would start. Go to their website, email the people, they'll respond, and just find the local ones. Find the state, find the city, find the county. So that's 3 different ones, 3 different points of contact.
If y'all haven't seen the video about the ants and Homestead Heart had, have you seen it to avoid ants? Well, see, it's a lot going on with that situation. Because, see, remember, Homestead Heart is just learning about beekeeping too. They're not a problem. We don't have a problem with ants because usually, ants really ain't gonna overrun no hive.
Yeah.
So
bees do a lot of maintaining of things on their own if
right.
they're strong.
Now
that's what lets you know something is wrong. If you're
right.
having a problem like that, if you're having a problem with ants, with the hive beetles, with the mites and stuff, that's because your hive isn't strong.
Right.
Something is going on. But they take care of these things.
They
Like,
don't need you.
we have put stuff in the hive for the hive beetles.
I got it.
We
right
put
here.
oil traps in there to help them.
This,
but they basically wrangle them. They know what's going on in there. They clean up.
This is a hive beetle trap. You put just a little bit of vegetable oil, olive oil, whatever you want down in here about that deep. And the bees literally run the beetles that just mess up their hive and the ants down in these hive beetle traps. And they fall down in the vegetable oil that you put in here and die. The bees actually know because they already corner all of the pests and they use the propolis, this bee glue, to make a jail and literally cage in all of the pests and try to starve them till they die. Okay, so once they see, okay, we can wrangle them in here and they die, the bees know about this. This is kind of like a man and creature, we gonna stick together on this. We working together. They will wrangle them right into this trap. And you'll go out there and have all kind of hive beetles in here that would have destroyed your hive. It's amazing how it works. It's something so simple. And I order these online. You get like 10 or 20 of them for like, I don't know, it's super cheap. When I say like $10 and $20 to save your hive, that's what I'm talking about. And you don't even need that many depending on how many hives you have. All right. So before we get out of here, and I'm going to put this hive together that I purchased on Amazon. Okay. I'm going to put the link below directly after this video, so you know exactly which one I got. If you don't want to purchase no hive and put it together, please, if you're new, just go ahead and buy an already built hive. It's going to cost you a little bit more money, but trust me, it's worth it. So you don't have to, if you're not mechanically inclined, just buy a hive that's already ready. How often do you split your hives? Your bees are going to let you know that. You don't choose.
You have to watch them. Like when you're inspecting them, you're looking for certain things and you start seeing a lot of drones, you start seeing queen cells. That lets you know it's time to split. But that's something that's advanced. I wouldn't recommend you splitting a hive if you're just beginning.
Right. Now, Andrew Hess says, when do they become active? I'm in Atlanta. It just depends on the weather. Your bees are active now. My bees, I'm looking at one of my hives right now, and they're flying in and out right now. And it's got to be maybe 50 degrees outside, 40-something degrees. What is it?
52.
It's 52 degrees, but they were out this morning when frost was out. I live in Chicago. Will I have hive beetles? Yes, you will. You'll have hive beetles anywhere, everywhere.
Yeah, and there's different types of pests, but you'll need to find that out, like I said, from your local place, which ones to really be concerned for your area. So our thing is the hive beetles and the mites, and what's that other gross one that I can't stand?
The hive moth, the wax moth, Wax moth will utterly destroy your hive. Here's the thing, everybody talking about
your whole appetite.
Everything. You don't even want the honey out of there if you got wax moths once you see what they do. Okay? Now I'm gonna rattle off. I'm talking loud, ain't I?
Yeah.
I'm gonna rattle. I'm sorry, honey. I'm gonna rattle off 3 pests that we deal with. Okay? You have your varroa mite. I want you to do research on varroa mite. And see what a varroa mite does. That's enemy number 1, okay? That's the big problem what we have right now in the whole world, the beekeeping world, community, everything. That's a big problem. So I want you to look up varroa mite for bees, okay? Number two is two of these, the last two is going to be more common to you because you won't really know how to find the mite. But one thing you will see, these two enemies, you are going to see the hive beetles. You see them now in your garden, you just don't know that they love to live in beehives. You're going to see a hive beetle, and you are going, I pray you don't see this demon. You are going to see a wax moth. To me, they are worse to me than a varroa mite or a hive beetle. They're the same little white moths that you see fluttered around your light at night or in your garden laying eggs on your vegetables. This little white moth, and everybody's like, ooh, butterflies are so beautiful. If you know what they really do to your garden and your beehive, we hate seeing them. I don't see them the same way no more. It's like seeing a beautiful girl, but she got a funky attitude. I don't want to see them no more. So,
but those are things though that if your hive is strong,
right.
If you haven't done too much, like giving them too much space, you can't give your bees too much space. You can't give them too little space. But like, that's why you don't want to just set up all of your boxes at once. You give them one box, you let them build it out because they need to be able to take care of it. They need to have enough bees to go around and clean up.
Right.
If they don't, and you just got wax in there, pests are just gonna go set up.
They're gonna be a partying in the garage. And by the time they're ready to move up there to build, the pests have already taken over. And after a while, the bees gonna be like, look, it's like you with some bad neighbors that live upstairs from you. After a while, you can't take it no more. Look, I'm tired of trying to deal with them. We just gonna move to the other side of town. That's bees literally are going to do the exact same thing. I don't want to deal with the neighbors upstairs no more. They done took over the attic. I don't want to go confront them. They might get in a fight with us. Let's just leave. It's easier if we just go. Bees do the same thing, and the bees will fly away because of they funky neighbors that done moved in upstairs in they apartment building.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, take advantage of that free information. Somebody said Penn State has a free online course.
Okay.
Somebody said Georgia is doing their convention virtually. Y'all sign up for this stuff. Like, even if you don't live in Georgia and you just want to get some information, keep in mind you still gonna need your local information, but sop up as much information as you can.
And now, before I put this hive together with you guys, I want to show you a couple of things. Before I show you a couple of things you're going to need, I want to go ahead and show you the rewards first. Okay? Do you want to see the rewards? I have beekeeping videos that you can go and see. I got a playlist so you can see the rewards that you get if you venture out and go ahead and try this. But for now, I want to just show you a small piece of what we have to show you. This is just one little small piece of our stock, okay? So I'm going to scoot this out a little bit so I can show you properly. This is just one small little crate of, I brought this out of our stash. We had it in, just like canning. That's just a little bit that I brought out for you so you'll understand what, now y'all keep seeing me with this one, so y'all can understand what you get. This is just a little bit. All of this is just a little bit. Remember, I sold gallons and gallons to y'all. We sold gallons and gallons to everybody, and we still have gallons and gallons and gallons.
It's our private stock.
It's our private stock, though. So everybody, ooh, I want to buy a jar. Mm-hmm. This is our private stock. Now, I'm going to say this, family, okay? Here's the best part about this. This is all medicinal. Yeah. This is what keeps you going and keeps you fighting all of this mess that's going on right now. Pure, raw honey, turmeric, ginger. We do this. We're growing this stuff to help us. Not just, it ain't just about feeding yourself, but you also want to grow medicinal things too. This is medicine.
You'll be amazed how quickly honey can heal a skin issue. Like I had a boil somewhere, I didn't want to have it. And I put that on there and I put a bandage on top. And within like an hour or two, I'm going to say by the end of the day, it was almost completely better. Like it works super fast. It's like a healing balm because it's got antiviral stuff, antibacterial stuff, and then it's got enzymes. We don't even know all the compounds that's in it. We don't even know.
So we hear a lot of people say, "Oh, your skin is so beautiful." Why do you think that is? Some of this stuff is in some of the stuff that my baby makes, Princess Lead. Some of this honey is in some of her products. Some of this honey, look, when I shave, what'd you just get through saying? Oh, baby, you cut yourself. I said, no problem. You know, I had a couple ingrown hair because I let my beard grow out. Boom. We ain't using this. But we got that stuff for everything. It ain't just for eating. It's medicinal. Rub a little bit of that honey on you real quick. You can't even see no honey on me. See my face shining? And all this, man, that's from them hair bumps. Put that honey on you. Watch what happens. Go and look at what's in raw honey. It'll blow your mind. Okay? So this is why we do this. It ain't just to eat and be sweetening your tea. And really, when you put this in your tea, you burn out all of those properties that's supposed to be helping you. We take a spoonful every now and then, just a raw spoonful.
So Lindsay said, how many bees do you need to get that amount of honey? That can come from one hive.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. It depends on the honey flow. Like it depends on the nectar flow in your spring. It depends on how well your bees, how efficient they are. Some bees are more efficient than others. Some are slack. Some are like super.
What they was getting on me last night about, what about Africanized bees? We like them. Those black bees.
Well, you don't know. You can't know what a bee is by looking at it. All you can see is what color is the bee. You don't know what the DNA of the bee is.
But we had
I can't say for sure that those were Africanized. I can't say they were aggressive.
They were aggressive.
That's all you can say. You can't say, is it Italian? Is it Africanized? You don't know.
Right.
Not by looking at it unless you're got some lab.
Those aggressive bees, all that honey to be pumping out that hive.
But aggressive bees are very productive.
Send your aggressive bees to me.
But here's the thing. You got to know how to deal with that and be careful. You just gotta be careful. But we had some bees, they kept splitting and each hive was mean, but that was the year I think we got the best honey. We got the most honey. You can get, what, 5 gallons from one hive?
Quick.
Now, if you want more than that, like we're not commercial beekeepers, so we're of course not gonna get like a crazy amount of honey from one hive. But if you can manage, I would say don't try to manage more than one hive your first year. But the more hives you can manage, the more honey, of course, you'll get.
Look, I want them to see, because some people just forget, when we keep saying buckets and buckets of honey, okay? You look on my video, and when you see a 5-gallon paint bucket like this, when we say 5 gallons of honey, we're talking about this. Yeah. Do you understand? Yeah.
And yes, you will have time. I think it's Kwamsia says, should you get everything at the same time, like the housing and the spinner? You won't need that until the end of the season, and that's only if your bees produced enough for that.
Right.
We didn't even start out with the spinner. We actually started hand extracting.
Yeah. And sometimes we still do.
Yeah, because especially if you don't have a whole lot of frames worth of honey.
Do you ever use liquid smoke on your arms? And no. I've heard about that. I've never done it. I'm not going to say it doesn't work. I just like using the traditional ways of things that I know work. Because once you're done, sometimes you'll go out there and peek in the hive and you just in there for about 10 or 15 minutes. Then when you're done, you're going to come in smelling like barbecue if you rubbing all this stuff all over you. And now you got to go take a shower. That's, if you just go out there with light your smoker real quick, smoke the hive real quick, you good. And, now you can get on with your day.
Somebody says you could change the queen to get a calm hive, but if you change the queen, then you're not going to have that same production because she's different.
Because
the bees aren't just going to keep doing the same thing. They're going to do what that new queen is doing. And if she's not as efficient or productive, you're going to get whatever. And then she's going to produce a new set of her type of bees.
Right.
So yes, you can do that if that's your goal. But if you got a hive and they're a big producer, you don't want to change.
Sign your trail. How often do we check them?
It depends on the time of year, but when the honey flow starts, you need to get in there once a week because after 9 days they can produce a capped queen, and by the time they cap the queen, even though she's got a couple more weeks to develop, they can swarm.
They already got it in their head.
Yeah, they're like, the old queen is like, all right, y'all got a new queen. She'll be here in a couple of weeks. We're going to go and find a new house.
So, yeah, once that train leaves the station, it's almost impossible to stop. Once they decided to swarm, it's really hard for them not to. So,
yeah, that's when you want to split them.
Yeah.
If you want to keep them, because they're going to leave you.
Period.
It's up to you if you want to decide where they go.
And I also want to let you know that your bees swarming off, when they split themselves and that other side swarms off and flies away, that is not a bad thing. You are populating the earth with more bees. You still have bees, and you're going to have to watch them because now that hive is a little smaller, okay? But at the same time, you got bees out there in the wild that's mingling with other wild bees, bringing in new DNA. Those bees are coming back to your apiary. Those bees will come back to your land and land in your equipment when you ain't even ready. You can be like, oh, I was going to buy some bees, and 2 swarms just flew in out of nowhere. Trust me, it happens to us every year.
Where is the best place to place your beehive? Under shade or full sun? I think full sun.
I say full sun. This is why. Full sun, I'm going to go totally with full sun. They can do shade. But if you put them in shade, here's the problem you're going to have, which I've had myself. That cooler, damper air, you're going to get mold inside the hives. You're going to get moisture inside the hive. They do not like that. Just like you don't like a cool draft or a cool moisture, your bees know how to cool that hive off themselves. They don't need you to come and try to do our human ways of doing things. No.
And it's something else about the sun when you're trying to inspect them. Somehow it keeps them calmer. That's why you don't necessarily do it in the cloud on a cloudy day. It's something about the sun that keeps them from being as mean. But I don't know all the full.
Some of this stuff is just it's
from experience,
right?
But at the same time, I have read some stuff about it, but I can't remember all the details.
It gets over 110 in the summer here too. For days straight, full sun, good. Yes.
Now that again, if you're working with bees that came from a local place, they'll be fine.
Yeah.
Now, if you ship in some bees from somewhere and they're used to living in that place, that might be too hot. But I wouldn't do that. I would get bees from a local source.
So let me see. Hey, how you doing? Down Road Point. How you doing? So let me see. Bees will leave here at the same time they cool it. They know how to cool their hive off themselves. You'll see them all on the outside of the hive fanning, and they're funneling that air into that hive. And what I've come up with from an experiment, okay, I drilled a little hole the size of a quarter in my top box, and I put some normal screen over it, some household screen, and use some thumbtacks to pin that on there. Oh my goodness.
And they know how to control that. They'll put propolis on it.
They'll close it
if it's too much, and they'll open it back up when they need it.
So I gave them a window that they can control to help them with ventilation. And that was one of the things that what we got a lot of honey out of that hive. So I start putting holes. If you look around my land, when I'm walking past one of the beehive, you see a quarter-size hole in all those boxes because I can open it or close it and let them control it for ventilation because that's what they need to produce.
Yes, Floyd, they will come back to an empty hive. That's
Yes.
what happens to us. Now, don't count on it. Like, don't set that in your plans. Like, I'm going to leave this empty hive.
And they'll be back.
They may not come back, but that has happened to us several times.
Yeah. On and off camera.
Yeah, one happened while he was live. One of them, we caught it in progress.
Yes.
It's in some old videos. I don't even know when that was. That was a few years ago.
Right. But it happens. It's going to happen one day. Let me see. T Cole say, I plan to do this one day. Thanks for the knowledge. No problem. We just trying to spread the love, spread the knowledge so we can all do what we need to be doing.
Somebody asked, do you need to plant stuff on your land for the bees? That's really hard to do, to just depend on your own yard for that. Even if you have a yard full of trees and you got a garden, that's not enough. Your area will have to have blooming trees.
Right.
And if you don't, you're going to have a hard time getting a good honey flow.
So, oh yeah, gardeners, I remember that on that live when the bees flew in. Yeah, that was amazing. Do you save propolis and pollen? No. Some people do, but certain things are for the pros where they got 100 beehives or stuff like that. For your normal backyard beekeeper that got about 2 to 4 hives, you don't go through all of that stuff. Now, one thing I do one thing that we do, I had to change that. We save wax. We save wax. That's just wax that come out the hive that probably fell or broke. The comb fell or broke. I just ball it up and keep it in a sandwich bag. And I'm going to tell you why. You can even see over time, honey starts squeezing out of that wax. It didn't even look like it had honey in it when it happened. But over time, the honey does come out. This is better than this.
Yeah. Because you can accidentally use too much of that, and that propels them away.
This will propel them if you use too much.
But this right here, especially with a little bit of honey still in it.
This is that thing right here. Yeah. That's why I keep, this my real attractant, okay? Yeah. I might use this here and there.
But if you don't have any, because you know, that was our problem our first year. Like, we don't have extra wax. We don't have any.
We didn't have nothing, okay? The stuff we did, now that we look back on it, woo, we did some hood stuff, but we pulled it off. Somebody said wax moths is the devil.
They really are.
They really, really are. Oh my God, they just disgust me. We're also going to show you guys, when you have old equipment, like what we have, the reason I'm purchasing new hives, because sometimes your equipment gets so old, over years of use, and pest infestation, you will have to refurbish your equipment, your older equipment. So
sometimes you have to burn stuff.
Sometimes you have to burn it to restart it, or sometimes you have to burn it in the fire pit and let it go, okay? So that's why I keep telling y'all, that one hive that everybody keep talking about, with the little knob and squeeze the honey out crap, you done spent $500, $600, $700 on that thing, and it's going to be a time where it's time to burn that up, and it's 50, 80, 60% plastic. Yeah, right. Nah, it don't work that way. Once you start beekeeping for real, and all my real beekeepers in here, you know what I'm talking about. That hive cannot stand up to what we do out there. And that plastic that it's made out of can't stand these temperature and weather changes and stuff. Somebody gonna have to show me something a little better than that.
Caramel Cream says, where do you get wax for new hives?
Okay, again, wax for your new hives. If you're trying to fill in your frames, with new wax. That's a little gross right there. But you're trying to fill in your frames with new wax foundation. Go again to a reputable beekeeping supply store in your local area, or go to a reputable beekeeping store online to get your wax. Because here's the thing, you just can't go getting any old kind of wax.
Yeah, it's got to be 100% beeswax.
It got to be.
Anything different, you might think it'll hurt them. It won't hurt them. They just won't build on it.
Now,
and it'll stunt the hive because they're not building anything.
Now, I'm going to tell you one experience we had with that, okay? Our very first year beekeeping, I got my first block of wax trying to get this hive ready that I built. I bought a block of wax, beeswax, so they call it, from, I'm going to call it a craft store. I'm not going to say which one. It starts with an M. I got the beeswax from a craft store. That's how I started part of this new hive. My bees hated that. Later, what I found out, that label, there we go with labels again, that label in big letter says 100% beeswax. In the little words underneath that label says paraffin wax, this kind of wax, candle wax, ear wax. See? So they lied to you and they put the truth down this small. What did I tell y'all last night? They put the truth.
And that stuff is for different purposes. It's not for that. It's for you to make some lip balm or some other stuff, some candles. It's not for you to put in your beehive.
It even says that. You know, this wax you can literally sit and eat and digest. Don't do it. Don't do it.
Do
but it is. That stuff out the store tells you immediately, do not eat this. Don't put this on you. Okay? So, please go to a reputable bee supply company to get your real 100% beeswax. And trust me, once you start beekeeping, you will always have wax. You will never purchase wax again. Because constantly combs is breaking. Constantly, you like, look, I don't want that there. Why did they build this here? Rip that out. We constantly do that. So we got tons of our own wax. I got candles in there made out of our beeswax. Remember me showing you for the survival stuff? So you can make candles out of it. You can use it as lip balm. You can do whatever you want. Use it to go in your traps to catch bees. How often do you check bees, Eco Neighbor says. Like Lady Leah just said, it depends on what time of year it is. When it's high season and the honey flow is on, the nectar flow, you're going to be in there at least once a week. You don't want to go in there in 5 minutes like, peekaboo, peekaboo.
And you're looking for certain things. You have goals for why you're going in. You're not just going in there to look. Oh, there's bees in here. No, you have to like pull out frames and you're looking for certain things.
Right.
So, and that's different depending on, you know, what time of year it is.
So we're going to stop the Q&A and I'm going to show you a couple of tools that I want you to purchase immediately. If you want to start beekeeping, these are some tools that you are going to need. Okay. First and foremost, the most important tool that you will ever need out of beekeeping alone is your Hive Tool. That look a little disgusting because we use it a lot. This I'm sure that's one of ours.
Yeah. I mean, do your best to take care of your stuff, but you know, sometimes you get in a rush and it is what it is.
Okay. Hive Tools they come in different shapes and sizes, okay? This is my favorite right here. This is my favorite shape because it's easier to maneuver. And what this hook does is they glue everything together. So without this hook, you won't be able to pry those doggone frames out. I promise you. Gorilla Glue ain't got nothing on them.
We'll do a list.
We'll do a list for you. Your Hive Tool. And this is my second favorite when I'm in there doing a lot of scraping. It looks just like a tire iron. Okay, a crowbar. But this is my second favorite. This is number one. So if you find this one, this is the one I recommend you get. All right, like a J-frame And this is more of the crowbar. Please try to find this one. All right. And I'm going to request one other thing. Get more than one, because when it drop down in your grass or something, you ain't got time to be looking for one. Okay. And take all your equipment and put it in a little beekeeping toolbox and take it with you when you go check your hive. Because if you drop this, you don't have time to be looking around like, wait a minute, I had it right here. No, pull out your other one and continue your work. Wait and come back later to find your tool, your other tool, okay? This is the most important tool. Let me stop showing the gross one. This is the most important tool that you need. It's called a hive tool.
Yeah, you're not going to get in there without that. Because you got to pry the glue that they put down. You got to pry all of that apart. And this helps.
This is everything. This is number one tool that you need. Number two, you're going to need your smoker. Your smoker calms the bees and confuses their signal and crosses their signal so they can't communicate with each other to tell them that there's a threat in the building and we need to go out there and destroy it. You need your smoker. You don't have to get no fancy smoker. This costs like $5 or $10.
You need to practice on how to light it.
Practice on how to light it.
Well before.
That's why I'm starting.
Because if it goes out on you,
that's bad.
You cannot relight it while you are super.
You trying to light this doggone thing back up. Bzz, bzz. Wait a minute. Wait, I'm not ready. So that's why we're starting you now this early, because spring and summer will be here in a snap. But I want you at home practicing. I want you at home literally. This time, I want you playing with your equipment. I want you putting on your beekeeping suit. I want you getting the feel of how to use this and playing with your doggone stuff like this. You got your hive at home. You taking it apart, because this is what we literally did. We was like, ooh, I can almost see how I'm going to bend y'all down a bit. Ooh, oh man, I can see how we going to be doing it. Ooh, just like on YouTube, honey. Look, we'll be like, yeah, I see some honey on there. Oh, it look like a bee is in there, baby. Oh, okay. Oh, that's going to be nice. We'll do that. We didn't know what we was talking about. We didn't know what we was doing. But we was at home having fun practicing on when our bees finally come in. We'll kind of have, rehearsal. We had a little idea of what we're going to be doing. Believe it or not, we were having fun, but it really worked, didn't it? Because it really worked. We was having fun and we was excited, but us playing around really helped us with starting up. Okay, so we got our hive tool. We got our smoker. You can, but you don't have to, but this is an important thing. Oh, it's right behind me. You have to get yourself.
I wouldn't beekeep without that.
I wouldn't be beekeeping without this. You can do it.
We have had a rare, mild set of bees, and I have been able to kind of peek in the hive without my suit on. But doing a deep inspection, I have never.
Okay. This, you see mine, this dirty, because this is my war suit, okay? This is my uniform when I go out there and I'm going to war. This, you kind of want to get used to this net being in your face, because it can be cumbersome. But at the same time, you out there sweating, and you going to have to start getting used to how this is going to work. Because if your nose start itching, all right, or you
your glasses fall off like mine.
Hers always fall off.
Down and clunk.
Her glasses be
new glasses
stuck inside her head. Like, I can't see nothing, honey. I'll be like, baby, go in the house. I close it up. Go back in the house. So your glasses, you sweating, all of that stuff is factors that you need to think about, because once this is on, it's like you're in a spacesuit. You can't be like, you in outer space and be like, woo, it's hot in there. You'll be dead. Well, in this bee suit, you don't want to come out of it. So you want to make sure everything is ready when you're coming out. Part of your bee suit, this and this comes together, okay?
You want it to come together.
You want
Some
this.
of them they sell separate.
Don't buy a separate one, please, because usually they're flimsy like the one we showed you earlier. Get the one that has the netted hood on it. All right, get a hooded
and get
suit.
some leather gloves.
And now this is number 3. Get your leather
with the sleeve. Because you're going to need this extra because they can still sting you through this.
They're going to get you through this. This is just an extra layer that you're going to be using that they won't get you through, okay?
Oh, yeah. Drink water before you go out there.
You know I know. Because I would pass out.
I have to tell him.
I'd be like, oh, baby. Oh, is your sister here from out of town? I see both of y'all. Boy, you better go in the house and drink some water. Because my eyes be cocked like a 12-gauge shotgun. I'll be so dehydrated in this suit. It's 110 degrees outside, and I got on a beekeeper suit. When you have to go check your bees, you have to check your bees. Ain't no, I do that tomorrow, okay?
You may not have any bees
You may not have any bees tomorrow, or the infestation will take over your hive, and sometimes it only take a day. So these are my new gloves because, okay, here go my original gloves that I've had for over 8 years. And I cut that piece off because these came, the arm pieces was just too doggone tight with my Popeye arms. That's what your beekeeping equipment and your gloves are gonna keep looking like. This is not a bad thing, okay? Don't be like you need to go. Do not go wash your beekeeping suit in Downy and all that other crazy crap. Ain't nothing wrong with your beekeeping suit looking like it's from Armageddon, okay? Once you start putting all them perfumes and soaps and washing machine crap on there, just wash your suit in normal soap and water. Don't go crazy like, oh, this got the Febreze scent in it. Don't go in there. Don't go in your hive with heavy perfume, heavy cologne. Don't do that. They don't like them smells. Okay?
Just think about it. It's amplified to them. Like they can smell the most smallest of scents. That's how they communicate with the queen, through her scents that she sends out. So that frustrates them. So, I've heard bananas really makes them mad.
Right.
So don't eat no bananas.
Okay.
When you go out there.
So those are the tools you need.
Oh yeah, don't mess with the bees in the rain.
Don't mess with the bees in the rain. So you need your beekeeping suit with a hood, your long glove, leather. You're going to need your Hive Tool, and you're going to need a smoker. All the smoker and the Hive Tool don't cost nothing but $20. They even got sets. Buy them both. You get probably 2 tools and a smoker, probably $15, $20. Trust me, that don't cost nothing. Your suit is up to you. Now, if you see how thick this is versus what we showed you earlier, okay, this will cost you now, it's a lot cheaper online, something like $40. This is a good one. This is a real coat. In the cold like now, it'll keep you warm. So this is a real good, thick, canvas type setup. So you're looking at just say under $100 somewhere for your whole setup equipment that you will need, your tools that you'll need to start.
And what to keep in your pocket? I keep
here, babe.
I keep my lighter in there.
She don't smoke, but she keeps lighters in her pocket.
I keep a lighter in here for my oh, this ain't mine, it's yours.
Yours is behind you, honey.
But this also got my other stuff. I keep this in there. This looks like a hair clip. This is a queen catcher. So you don't hurt her. You would be surprised how many times you might need this. You might look and see the queen is on the ground or something because you picked up a frame and was looking and she fell off.
Yeah.
Or you may have to like make a quick decision on, you know, I need to move something from this hive, and you have to get her, and you don't want to hurt her because if you try to pick her up with your fingers, you're gonna smash her. But this will let you gently. There'll be other bees in there with her, But they can get out, but she can't.
Right.
So I keep this for emergencies. I hate when I have to use it because that means something crazy is happening. I gotta get the queen. Oh no!
And you want to keep a lighter and some matches in your pocket. I know I got them. If I ain't, I'm slipping.
I just leave that in the pocket.
Look, I got a pocket full of propolis. This is what bee glue look like.
Somebody asked, "What do we use it?" We don't use it for anything.
No.
But
it's medicinal as well.
Yeah, but I've heard that and the pollen. We don't do anything with their pollen. That's their food. We try not to bother. That's their protein source.
Right.
So yeah, we try not to do anything with that.
So I got 400 people still hanging around after all this time. Is y'all ready to see this beehive? And we're gonna put this thing together. Everybody ready? So far we did a lot of Q&A. We showed you the tools that you'll need, and now we're going to show the beehive that we just purchased. It was a little over, I can't say the exact price, around $100.
Oh, and wait, now is the time to order the bees.
Now.
You're not going to get them now, but you got to put your order in now, because if you don't, and you're like in the spring and you got all your stuff and you think you're about to find some bees, you're not going to find any bees.
Right.
So you got to order them now if you're planning on having them in the spring.
Because they will sell out that fast. You'll be like, y'all got any more bees? No, we're all out till next season.
Especially in these times. You have to place your order now. And it has to be from a local place.
And I'm going to tell you this. Just like these pressure canners, if you start purchasing bees out of season and you dealing with somebody like me, I don't knock people's heads off. But a lot of beekeepers do. You talking about they're going to be asking you, $354. What?
Here's why. Because it takes time. They have to rear the queen. They have to build up the population. They have to get the queen laying. The queen has to mate.
Right.
It's so many different things that have to happen. And if one thing goes wrong, there's even more time.
Okay.
So it takes time, and they have to plan for that. If they don't know you wanted bees, they ain't been planning for you.
So let's get to it. Let's show them, honey. I'm going to start, and I brought my camera in close like.
And no, we don't use a queen excluder.
We don't use
because
queen excluder.
It has, like, put it like this: if you're not worried about honey production, sure. But if you think that's going to help you get more honey, no, it is not. It's only going to stunt her production.
It's going to make her fly away.
Yeah, she may swarm. It's a little frustrating, and you have to sort through the frames to find the honey. And of course, it's a personal choice. If that works better for you, sure. But we don't like it.
I don't do queen excluders at all. I got tons of them. I use them for all kind of other stuff, though. All right. This is the beehive that I received in the mail. I purchased 2 of them, and I'm about to purchase 2 more and just replace pretty much all my old equipment until I refurbish it.
Tell them where you got it.
Okay. I got it on Amazon. I got it on Amazon, and we don't need to see my ugly mug no more, so we're going to go right in. Got it on Amazon. It was around $100. This came with the deep box, bottom board, top board, inner cover. This came with the whole Hive setup. Everything you need. It came with it. So, scoot back a little bit. I'm going to start pulling this out right now so we can get this. I'm not going to talk about the queen excluder because we don't use this and I don't deal with it. I'm not even going to talk about that.
We use that for other stuff.
Yeah, we use that for all kind of other crazy stuff.
Not those.
This actually came with the plastic that we hate. The bees hate. This came with the plastic foundation. You see the little honeycomb that our one friend said she uses for her soap, to mash that into her soap to give it the honeycomb hideout look. We do not like this. I don't deal with that, so I'm not going to talk about that either.
I mean, I guess some bees somewhere must like them, but we haven't had any good experience.
So, you're going to get the frames. These are the top pieces of the frame. To put this stuff together is so doggone easy, you will not believe it. I could put one together in your face, and I'm going to do it. Every frame that I have, I put together myself. I have not ever bought any frames already put together, ever. Never in my beekeeping life have I done it. So those other parts of the frame is going to end up, when you're done putting it together, it's just, you just stick them together and put a little nail in it, a little tack. That's it. And that's what it end up looking like, what I just pulled out the box. So now I'm going to show you how easy this is to put together so you can save yourself about $200. Because the ones that's already put together, oh, and by the way, I'll talk about that in a minute, about painting it. These are going to be the sides. That's more frame. This is the deep. This is the deep box. This is going to be the medium box. I'm going to set that to the side for a second. We're going to build the deep box first. And here are the nails that you tack in to lock all this stuff together, because the problem is, don't use glue. Do not use glue, because that may freak the bees out. They don't know what that stuff is made of, and it might turn them off. Use nails. They'll use their own glue to glue the hive together. Leave that up to them. Okay, so get some more of this stuff out of here. So as you see, some of this stuff I don't even use. The price of the hive itself was everything to me. This is the bottom board. This is the bottom of the hive right here, okay? This is what everything sits on. Now, if you buy a screened bottom board, you're going to pay extra for that, but I'm going to show you how to get around that. If you have a drill, you can drill a hole here and drill a hole here, here, and here, and put your own screen on it and save yourself about $20, $30, okay? Because this thing is not worth it. Trust me.
Thank you, the natural saver. Thank you.
So just go ahead and get your solid bottom board. It's going to look like this. You can do this. You can change this however you want once you got it.
And Michelle, we don't collect the propolis, so we can't tell you how to properly do that. We don't bother with that.
That's a little advanced.
Every now and then we have to scrape it off because it's in the way, but that's all.
We save it, but we don't bother with it. So okay, you're going to get an inner cover. You need this goes at the top of the hive before you put the top on. You can also use this as your feeder. You put your jar of honey on that hole, just like this, to feed your bees. See that? That helps you feed your bees. So that is awesome. All of this stuff in any other place I've looked costs a fortune. But this was one hell of a score. This is your entrance reducer. Once you see how I use this, you're going to see how all of this makes sense. And I'm going to do it right now. Okay, so that's your entrance reducer. And last but not least, family, we have our beautiful top that's already lined with stainless steel to beat the weather. That's the top that sits on top of the entire hive. Okay? That is that simple. And it's beautiful. It's made out of, it looks like real nice pine wood. It's really heavy, real thick. And really, the thicker the wood, the more insulated your hive is from the heat or the cold. So that's always a good thing. If you got some little thin crap that they sell you, that's not always a good idea. So without further ado, my family, I'm going to show you me put this together with the quickness. So right now we don't need the big pieces.
How many frames did this come with?
20 frames. It came with 10 deep frames and 10 medium frames. You can't beat that. You can't beat that price, man. So here's one of our deeps. We're going to put the deep box together first. Okay? This is all you do. This is the front. This is the back. You'll know when you see it. It's like a puzzle. It comes with dovetail grooves. This is all you do. Here's the side. Put this right side up. And the handles are, you put that flat side, that's up. That moon side is down. That's so you can pick your hive box up like this. This how easy this is, family. You want that handle straight up. Oh, that's the front. This the side. Watch this. That goes in there. It's hard for me to do this and look at the camera at the same time. Wiggle that in. You might want to tap a little bit. Boom. That's starting to look like a doggone beehive now, ain't it? Now, get the other piece, the other side. Do the same thing. Look, it's hard for me to see, honey. Help me, I can't see stuff.
It's not lined up right. Okay, there we go.
Okay, and just tap it.
My little tapping is not strong enough.
Huh, you got baby taps. Okay. That's all to it. Now we're going to add our last piece in there. I'm going to zoom y'all in if I can. Yeah, okay. Put our last piece in here. Slide it in. Tap. Last piece on this side. Tap. Now you have a beehive. It is that simple. That just saved you $200 by you doing that. This is what they charge you $200 to do somewhere in some building, and you could just watch me do this in 5 minutes, and it's only because I'm on camera. Now we're going to move up, and I'm going to show you. Now we're starting to look like a dadgum beehive, family. We get our bottom board. It's already put together for us. You put that on the floor. And now you set that box on top. Give me that so I can stop leaning it down so far for him. There we go. There you go. We have a beehive. Now this is how you're going to want to start. You're going to want to put your top cover on. That's already made and set up and ready for you. And then you're going to want to put your top on. That's all you need to do, and you have a beehive, family.
Don't forget your frames.
Your frames, I'm going to bring them over here a little bit more, okay? Come over here with me. Okay, now I'm going to show you this. Let me get you down here so you can see. See how easy that was? And I'm being filmed, so this is a little bit more difficult moving this camera around and dealing with the audience. I'm going to get 2 pieces of this. This is your frame. We're going to make right here in your face. We're going to get this. We're going to make this. This is where the bees make the honey, where the bees put the babies, where the bees store the pollen, okay? So, here's your sides. Here's one of the bottoms. I ain't got my house coat with my knife, honey.
It's in your pocket.
Oh, yeah. See, I know I always got me a knife somewhere. I even keep a knife in my beekeeping suit. That boy gangster. Oh, he gross. He needs some sharpening. Hold on, family. I'm slipping. Give me that one so I can cut it while I'm at it. And I'll sit here and build the rest of these later today just for fun. Don't mess your nails up, honey. I got it. Let me use my knife. Okay, put that back in my suit. All right, now I'm gonna take off one top. Here, put that up there. So I got one top. You got a slit in it, okay? And it got these 2 hammers on each end. Here's a bottom. it has a slit in it because this is where if you get a foundation that's already built, that fits right in that slot. Okay, so the bees can start building comb on the outsides of that plastic. Just like that. But I don't use that. I'm giving y'all choices. So you take your top half, you make that line face up. You take one of your sides that look like a little football goal, and you slide that right around them britches right there. See that? Just like we did the hive. Boom. It's like Lego blocks, family, for grown-ups. You take that one and you slide it right in that groove again. It's like grown-up Lego blocks. You take the bottom and see the little nipples on the side? They go right in there. Just like that. Just like that. Now, do you see what we have now, family? You have a frame. You have a frame. So before you go spending all of your money on equipment, I'm showing you how simple it is to build it yourself. I know you don't know much about beekeeping, but you also don't have to waste money either, okay?
Don't forget your nails.
And you have to put a little tack in there. It comes with tacks. You just take a little hammer, tap, tap, tap.
And one down here.
And one under the bottom, and tap, 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 okay? So it stays together. Don't put glue on here. Some people use glue, I don't, because the bees don't seem to like that. I've tried it, it don't work. So I'm gonna keep going. We just built the frame that fast while I'm being filmed. So I'm gonna take this top off, and this time I'm not gonna do a whole bunch of talking, okay? We're gonna take the inner cover off. Look down in our little beehive. Ooh, look at our bees. Oh, they're so beautiful. Ooh, look, I can see them. Ooh, I got my equipment. Hold on a minute. Oh, wait a minute. I got to get my bees out here. Hold on. I got my tool. Ooh, yeah. Look here, honey. Look, bees. Just like on YouTube, we're looking at the bees. Okay? Your frames sit right on this ledge. It's a ledge on the box we just built. That lip that hangs off sits on that ledge. That's the only thing. This frame literally dangles in there like that. So you'll have 10 of those in here, full of honey, full of bees, full of brood, full of pollen. Okay? Let's move on. Now I'm going to be quiet and I'm going to get busy. Now, this set don't just come with this. Everything I've showed you, 10 frames, 10 deep frames, 10 medium frames, a deep hive body, a bottom board, an inner cover, and a top.
What are they talking about? Should they put holes in the bottom?
They're talking about the screen bottom board down here.
Oh.
That's advanced. I'm going to get to that in a minute, okay? And I do advise, yes, you do put holes in the bottom to get that helps ventilation, and when they get rid of pests, it shoots them down through there. So yes, but that's too advanced right this very moment. Now, I'm going to quickly build this medium box because this set comes with a deep and a medium. You ain't going to see that. You hear me? We're in South Carolina. Whoever just asked what state is this in. We're in South Carolina. It doesn't matter where you are with the information we're giving you right now, okay? So this is to help you. Here's a medium box. This set this is just ticks over $100. Look all over online. You ain't gonna see this price. Okay, so we just gonna do exactly what we just did. Oh, I got that upside down. All we're gonna do is exactly what we just did. Oh, got the wrong piece. Sliding that into home place, just like that. Just like that. I'm tripping. Upside down. Put that together. Just like that. Last piece. Put that together. Just like that. And just like this. You put your nails in there to keep it solid. And voila. Look at what we got, family. You got a whole hive in your face. You just paid $100 for a medium box. Let me bring this up.
And how much should they expect to pay for bees?
Right now, bees, a package of bees, which I really advise against, a package of bees will cost you anywhere from about $110, $120 for a package of bees. There's a difference. Listen to my terminology. There's a package of bees and there is a nuke of bees. Okay? The nuke might cost you, with the way things are right now, might cost you close to $200. I personally advise, if you have never kept bees, please start with a nuke. If you have never kept bees, please start with a nucleus, please. If you just got to do it and you can't afford it, go with a package of bees. But please, please contact us so we can help mentor you. That's what we're going to do next. We're going to be doing Zoom meetings once everybody have their equipment. We're going to be doing Zoom meetings to help everybody start together. We're going to be holding people's hands and mentoring you via Zoom to get you going, get you ready. And we all might not get our bees at the exact same time, but we will go one by one by one, and we're going to let you know how we're going to set that up. And Lady Led is going to take care of all of the details with that, okay? So, with this, what we have done, now you can build more frames just like we just did with the medium box, the deep box, I mean. Set those in. I'm going to take frames out of these other ones so you can get an idea. Not necessary, but it's fun to know. You take your frames, all you're doing is just set them in there. That's all that happens. You just set your frames in there, and yeah, that little one, that's old. See, that's old equipment. I'm gonna raise this camera up so y'all can get a better bird's eye view, okay? Bear with me. Okay, so now right here we have 4 frames in the box. Oh, that's what your frames start looking like after a while.
Yeah, that's after she done laid in them over
Yeah,
and
that's
over. Not the webs.
Not the webs, okay? Not the webs. That's what that other queen catcher. Yeah. Anyway, this is a medium frame.
Here goes some better looking wax.
And we're gonna show you.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Some kind of crazy stuff.
This family is old wax comb. This is old comb. You want to get rid of that because Varroa mite and hive beetle and wax moth loves this old crap. This is good for bait to start you a new hive, try to catch bees. Bad for your hive. That's what old comb looks like. This is fresh, new comb that they built. It's very brittle, it's beautiful, and it's clear. Nothing was ever in it, like no bees, no honey, no pollen, nothing. Old comb, new comb. So we try to see how that's on. What I got this on, I don't use metal. I use fishing line. And I run that fishing line back and forth. And what that does is the bees can build on that, and they don't mind that as much as they hate metal. So there you go. This, see that just jingling in there? You got to start using your own head. You can't just go off of what everybody is telling you because that's their situation. Don't even go off of what I'm telling you. You're going to run into your own experiences as a beekeeper where you're going to have to think outside the box and use everything around you to make this happen for you. Okay? So, now, this is what we also do. I don't use all that wax stuff that y'all see. This is why we don't use these. Because this goes in here. That goes in here. And now you have a frame. My bees don't like those. You see what I got in there? I take beeswax and I melt a popsicle stick on the top. What that does, and staple it. What that does is give the bees a little blueprint guide to run their comb perfectly back and forth so it meets up with that bottom so it will be a perfect shape, not all crazy and contorted. It'll be straight up, straight down, good comb, and end up looking just like this. Just like that. Okay? Right in there. So when you pull that frame out, only this frame is going to come out. Okay? So this is how I've been doing it for years. This works better for me. Popsicle sticks. You don't even need the jumbo ones. The only reason I had the jumbos because them the only ones they had at the time. I usually use normal size popsicle sticks from the craft store. Okay? Now, those plastic frames, they're not expensive, but they're not cheap. How much is popsicle sticks? Okay? Now, to end this all up, I told you I was going to tell you about this queen excluder. Let's bring you back downstairs, okay? This, it comes with this. That's what, this set is so awesome that I wanted to tell the world about this set. This is your queen excluder. No, I don't do shallow boxes. They're a waste of time. I only do mediums and deeps.
Answer the question about do you put all 10 frames in at the same time? What happens if you don't?
If you don't put all 10 frames in at the same time, let me look at you in the face. Yes, put all 10 of your frames in at the same time. If you don't, let me bring you back over here. This is what the bees will do because the bees like big cavities. They like big voided spaces. Okay? If you do not put frames over here, the bees will almost ignore these frames and come over here and build a labyrinth of madness
that you can't inspect.
You can't fix. It will be. Have you ever seen Alice in Wonderland when she went down the rabbit hole? Okay, y'all remember the Mad Hatter? Okay, okay. And what dance was he doing? The Mad Hatter was doing some kind of dance. That will be the madness that you will experience if you don't put all your frames in here. The bees will make something. Now, mind you, it will be beautiful. But there will be nothing that you can do with it, even if it's loaded with about 2 gallons of honey.
That's going to be so frustrating.
Oh, you talking about a mess. Don't do it.
You showed them this. These aren't popsicle sticks. These are giant tongue depressors.
I did show them now.
Because if you look up popsicle sticks, you're not going to find this. This is a tongue depressor.
But I also told them don't use the thick one. Use the small, just normal popsicle sticks. Remember, I said I wasn't going to use them more.
Well, it's one that's smaller than this that I will use rather than the tiny popsicle
My popsicle sticks was the bomb.
But it's one that's kind of like half this.
And they always start building on the tip of that. That's just the more waste of a space. When the popsicle sticks, you get more. I mean, yeah. So, now back to action. Here's your entrance reducer. This is what happens. If you leave your entrance open like this, what you're going to have is your bees won't be able to defend all of this. That's like you having glass slide doors in your house. All it is protecting you from a man that wants to get in is prayer and God. There is no protection when you have a big slide glass door on the back or the front of your home, correct? Okay, so all you doing is hoping that people got enough sense not to try to get in your home because all they need is a good brick and they in your house. This is no different. This big wide opening, all the bees can't secure this. They cannot protect all of this. So then you got wax moths coming in. You got hive beetles coming in. And then here's the worst part. You got lizards coming in the doggone hive. You got water bugs and cockroaches. And you also got mice. Mice love coming in here because the bees keep it warm in here. Okay? The bees keep their hive warm. Everything in the environment wants to be warm. So the mice, lizards, they want to be warm too. So they will come into their hive. They found a food source, will start eating the honey and eating the wax and eating the propolis and eating the pollen and eating the brood because this is high in protein. And in the cold winter days, this is a great way to survive for the winter without anything out there like owls trying to attack us. So we're going to build a nest in the hive. So you know what's horrible? Opening your hive and a rat or a mice jumping out at you, trying to get away. A water bug, which you can't stop those, that gets on your nerves. Water bug jump out, or a lizard jump out at you, or a snake. Okay, I'm trying to give y'all the realization of how this works. Snake jump out at you, okay, it's going to piss you off real good. You better hope the snake ain't pissed off. All right. No, you got rats better sling. Yeah, this realization. You ain't think about no slingshot, none of that when you dealing with no bees. Okay. Here's the deal. This will minimize all of those problems. Okay? This is why. A mouse can get through here. A mouse and a snake can get through that. But, when you put that down like that, your bees don't need a lot of space to get in and out of here. Okay? When you put that in there like that, the bees is only going, let me turn this the other way so I'll give you a better example. So that won't confuse you. The bees is only coming in and out of this one little hole. They will and they can get in and out of that one space. But here's the good part. A mouse can go in there, bug can go in there, lizard, snake. But there are about 100 bees behind this door waiting for anything to try to get in this hole. They can defend this small one door, just like your house. You can defend your front door, but you can't, it's harder to defend a whole opening like your garage door when a bunch of people are trying to get in. You can't defend your garage door, but you can defend your front door, your one single front door. And that's what this is, family. That's your one single front door that your hive can protect and defend with no problem. So you won't end up with mice. You won't end up with bugs and lizards and snakes in your hive because they drove them away. Or wasps. Somebody asked me earlier about wasps. How do they keep the wasps away? Wasps can't get through here because they won't let them. Because that one wasp or that two wasps got 300 or 400 bees behind this door waiting for them to come in and start some stuff. They will destroy that one or two wasps real easy. Okay? So when things get a little hotter or the hive starts to grow and there's way more bees, then you open it up a little bit. This might be too small. Now you got way more bees to defend a bigger opening. So you get that. More ventilation. Now you just opened up the side door, okay? Not quite the garage door, but it's a nice side door for you. It's that simple. Now, we're going to add a top cover on here. Our inner cover, I mean. And now we're going to throw on our top. What I just showed you, family, is an entire starter hive. You got a deep hive body for your brood and all the babies and the queen to do her business. And then this next box, usually that ends up being honey. All honey. Okay? So, before I go, this is why I bought this. I bought 2, and I think I'm going to buy 2 more. Because at this sale for this deal, new equipment, here's before I go. Do not use latex paint to paint your box. You can paint your box with whatever pretty little colors and little designs on it as you want. Like Lady Leg did here. I'm going to show y'all her queen. Here, come here. You do it, honey. This is what my baby made. I built her this box for her queens. She rears her queens, and we sell queens. Queen box. But this is how she painted it. She did her little design on there, made it all cute and stuff for her. You can do anything to your boxes. You can paint them any way you would like, okay? You can paint your boxes and do whatever you want.
So that's water-based acrylic paint.
Right. Please only use water-based paint because bees don't like the latex, and this is why. Because the bees come out and they scrape these boxes with their mouths and their mandibles themselves. And if you got some toxic paint in there, you kill your bees. So please only use water-based paints, all right? You can have you and your kids draw pictures on there, whatever you want, flowers, daisies, whatever. It's the fun part, okay? So
somebody said, can you add boxes from other brands?
Yes.
As long as they're all Langstroth style.
Yes, as long as
that's the good part of that.
This is the Langstroth style. So as long as they're Langstroth style, yes. Because I'm going to clean up some of my old equipment and I will be using it on this brand new stuff. Yes, this is all interchangeable. So the more equipment that you accumulate and acquire over time, as you see it all around my land, I got equipment that y'all don't even see. That means I got a lot of equipment, and not the only reason I'm buying new equipment because I haven't had time to refurbish my old equipment. And I was like, it's time to get some more new equipment anyway. You can never have too much equipment. Thank you so much. In the beginning, SoFire said, can you please attach some affiliate links? I'm going to do that immediately.
I did.
Oh, Lady Led just attached the affiliate links below.
As far as like the specific tools, those I still need to add, but the boxes are there.
Okay, so she's already put the hive body here, the entire hive. She put that up, and she's working on right now putting up your Hive Tool, your beekeeping hat and glove and coat. She's working on that right now. Your Excluder, your smoker. She's working on that right now. And this is the thing. I really hope you guys, the people that want to do this, I really hope you hang out with us because this is about to be something that everybody keep asking for, but I keep saying, not too many people want to do it, so I kind of put that off. But as things get a little weirder in real life, in our world, we're starting to lessen our fears, and we getting some courage and being like, look, I gotta do this, not for me. Yeah, I'm still scared, but my kids would love this. And when my kids get sick, here you go. Everybody talking about, yeah, fight the power, fight the man. We ain't taking y'all drugs. You ain't giving us the vaccine. Well, go make your own vaccine. Stop talking about it. If you do not want to take anybody's vaccine, stop talking about it and go make your own. Everything that you step out in your garden out here, from this milkweed and all this other herbs, you got natural wild lettuce, wild onion, wild garlic. All of that stuff is medicinal. You cut the grass and you cut medicine every time you mow your lawn. So I say this. If you don't want to take the vaccine, I'm tired of hearing about it. If you don't want to take it, why aren't you trying to grow your own? Why aren't you trying to make your own then? Look, want to see every medicine in any over-the-counter store? Every medicine, I'm going to show you what it has in it. And it's the most powerful ingredient of them all. Everything you can get, from a cough drop to cough syrup and everything. This is what it got. Look, watch this. True story. What does everything have in it? Now with honey. Now with lemon. Everybody keeps saying, Led, why you grow so many lemons? But then you also get the same people ask me, Led, what do you do with your skin? How do you get your skin so bright? Lady Led, your hair is so silky. How did you? Grow your own, eat your own. That's the only way you're going to know it's organic. That's the only way you're going to heal yourself. And that's the only way, if you're not going to do this, stop talking about what drugs you ain't going to accept from the man. Okay? Cut that out. I don't want to hear that coming from nobody that's not taking the right steps to make sure that your body and your health is okay. Because you ain't trying to do this. You ain't trying to grow that. You just like talking and running your mouth about what the man is doing. Stop complaining and start coming up with your own solution. Make your own solution and stop telling people what you is and what you ain't gonna do.
Somebody asked about how long do you keep the queen? You cannot keep the queen by herself. So you keep her with other bees and they operate like a regular hive until you're ready to do something else with her. But that's advanced. So that's not something that is going to make any sense to anybody right now. But the queen has to be taken care of. Once she hatches, she has to be taken care of.
Okay. So we got a lot of folks talking about what medicine they ain't going to take. Now look, okay, I'm about to close out anyway, honey. So you got your own lemons, and lemons go bad. What do you do with all these lemons y'all keep sending me with bowls and bowls of lemons? You make your own lemon juice, and you can it, and it's in there for years now. So what do I got? I don't got to worry about all these weird vaccines. If I were to be the person that say, I'm not taking that vaccine, I'm not doing that. Well, okay, at least I got a starter kit where my wife is growing ginger, turmeric, we got coneflowers, echinacea, we got raw honey, we got fresh eggs, organic eggs, fresh lemons. We got everything we need to start feeling better. Rosemary, every herb. Y'all see my garden. I grow all of this stuff. Stop talking about it and be about it. Right here. Lemon juice for days. I got gallons of this stuff. Y'all seen it in the video. Gallons of honey. Gallons of this stuff. Raw honey. For days. You going to the store and buying this cough drops and stuff, I don't got to do that. I take a spoonful of this, a spoonful of that, go our elderberry bushes across the creek, squeeze that elderberry juice she got up in there, elderberry juice, turmeric, ginger, garlic, onions, lemon, honey. Y'all seen this, y'all seen it with your own eyes. I'm not talking crap. We showing you what we do. We're showing you in real time, this is how we do it. Okay? everything I just named right there, okay? You know as well as I know, if you went to the store to buy that, whether you're buying tablets, which we don't really trust the tablets, but whether you're buying tablets of those herbs and medicinals, or you're going to the store to buy it all fresh, it's going to cost you a fortune. This alone will cost you a fortune. I don't even think they have real lemon juice in the store at all. I don't think that even exists. Real fresh lemon juice that y'all watch me squeeze and y'all watch me pressure can. Ginger, turmeric, elderberry, what else you got out there? Garlic, onion, all of that stuff. Echinacea that we grow right here for free. How much will you pay for that? Elderberry syrup. Can we go on? We can start at elderberry syrup. Cut the games. So all I'm here to do is to show you how I'm doing it, how we're doing it, so you can do it. I'm not literally necessarily trying to teach you anything. I'm just trying to show you how simple it is to be growing your own and eating your own and live strong. That's how. By doing little crazy stuff like this. A little project. Look at this. Look at it. Just a little project. Your kids are like having fun building this with you. It's all inexpensive. And that's how you start and ended up with tons of doggone jars of honey all over the damn table and lemons. Oh, look at this, y'all. Lemons. Let me move this out the way. You can't even see it. We got lemons all over the table that I haven't juiced. Honey all over the dang on table. I'm just here so you can say, you know what? I know a brother that's growing that stuff. I'm not here to tell you you're going to die if you don't. I'm here to show you that it's possible. I'm just a normal dude. I'm an average guy. I live in a normal neighborhood. I don't got no super special skills or powers. I'm a dude. I'm a person just like you. And if I can do it, I know you can. I ain't nobody. People put me up on this pedestal sometime that I don't like being on because I'm not that dude. I ain't no different than you. So you can do this too. Okay? Before I go, we've been on here a long time, but this was a lot of good questions, a lot of good knowledge being showed back and forth. I'm seeing kits for like $200. That's not the one we got. If you're getting the kit that's already built, yeah, you're going to pay for that. All right? Right, not including the hive and nothing. Yeah, them kits is rough. See, that's why she's going to finish putting the affiliate links down below so you can get the same prices that I'm getting. So you'll come out smelling like a rose. Okay, what we got? You're so welcome, Cindy Davis. Let me see. Homestead. Essie says about $350 Game Nerd Mom Garden. Ooh, I know what you might be talking about. My daughter thinks I'm crazy for even thinking of beekeeping. You know why? It's only because they took it away from us to the point now when you're trying to do something normal that the only reason we're all still in existence is what they did in the old, our original ways. Once they took that from us and now we in this new Pac-Man type of world, when we want to go back to our old original ways, everybody else think we're nuts. But they don't even realize the only reason you're even alive to this day and here talking to me, telling me I'm crazy is because our ancestors and our elders did this. So if we're to move forward into the future, you need to put that game controller down and learn how to do this at least for 1 or 2 more generations, or we will go extinct. Game controllers can't keep you alive. This does. That's what we need to understand. Nothing wrong with this. But for you to do this all day, That is a sign of extinction for our people for the near future, because none of them know how to get this anymore. None of them. None of them. You can get to the 5th and 3rd and the 100th level of this game, but you don't know how to feed yourself. So I'm just saying, I'm not against gamers, but I do also think that you need to understand where your food comes from and how to make it, how to get it, without begging another man, the stores, how to get it. You need to know how to grow this in your own backyard. Not keep saying, dang, the store closed. Man, what we gonna do for dinner? That's how they got us, y'all. They flip that sign and say it's closed, and now you like, what is we gonna do? You will see my baby going out. If I show some of them videos, cameras, late at night, you will see what my wife does. And I promise you, she will leave and go out on that back porch and cut a bunch of lettuce, cut a bunch of kale, and get it ready for our dinner. She go do that in the middle of the night. And here's a little secret I'm gonna drop right quick. The sugarcane pimp video, when y'all seen the surveillance of me supposed to be sleepwalking outside with the sugarcane, eating the sugarcane, that little piece of that video, that was real footage of I wanted a piece of sugarcane. I just put it in that video. But I wanted a piece of sugarcane at, I think it was like 1 in the morning, and I wanted my wife to taste this new sugarcane that we growing. We sat up at 1 in the morning watching Mandalorian, eating sugarcane together in our pajamas. So that's where that piece of that movie came from. But when you're growing it yourself, you can do that. You don't got to be like, ooh, when the store open in the morning, we going to go see what they sugarcane tastes like, see what their persimmons taste like. No, I said, baby, I'll be right back. This is a true story. You want to taste the sugarcane? I'll be right back. No, you ain't got to go out there late at night, baby. I'll be right back. Watch this. Take me a second. I went out there with a flashlight and a machete. I chopped a piece of sugarcane and I stripped it out in front of the yard like y'all see me and brought it in to my wife at 1 in the morning. Stripped it for her and told, baby, taste that. That's what we gonna sell to the family this year. She, ooh, that's sweet. Okay? So I just gave you a piece of my personal life that really happened. So that video was crazy, but that piece of that video was real true footage of me giving my baby a piece of sugar cane at 1 in the morning. Okay? I ain't have to bring her a box of chocolates. I brought my baby some fresh sugar cane, fresh out of our fields out here. You can do that too. Stop being so afraid to live. I get my 3 fruit tree from free for Walmart used snap. Regina Kelly, it was hilarious. That video was crazy, I know. Auntia, I went to the store before the live started. The store had a limit, only 2 cans of beans per person. I got stuff back here on this shelf that I just got through canning this week that I ain't even put away yet. That's my little waiting station right there with all that canned food. Y'all saw what I've already put away a bunch of canned food. I just canned a bunch of more stuff. I got to put it away. I don't gotta wait in line for that. You so welcome, Lachey. D. LaFette says, we are not new to self-preservation. We lack education. It's past time we go back to our roots. Amen. Amen. Gia J says, wait, so if you don't use the plastic queen excluder, what do you use, please? And what frames do you use? I just explained it. I don't use no queen excluder. I let my queen, people ask us, how are we so successful? Because I leave them alone, just like I do my garden. Leave them alone. I let my queen do whatever she want, whenever she want. Everybody wanted me to sell more honey this year. I didn't have more honey because the queen said, this year, Led, I'm gonna put some babies up in that box. And I let her. Do you understand? I still got 20 gallons of honey in my house. It's just like making wine. After a while, you don't see me making wine no more because if you got tons of it, let other people have it. If I got 20 gallons of honey for me and my family, 20, where's that bucket? If you got 4 of these worth of honey, okay, that's after I sold the honey to y'all, gallons and gallons and gallons. That's after I gave some away for presents. That's after us using it every day. I still have 4 of these. That's not including all these jars you see in your face. So if the queen wants to lay up here in this top box, let me turn it to the side so you can see a little contrast. If the queen, she's supposed to be laying down here. But if she feels the need that she's so productive that she wants to lay up here, I let her. Same about the honey. Let that queen be strong. And you got to think about it just like humans. When you hold a genius back or you see somebody doing a doggone thug thizzle, don't hold them back. You'll stunt their growth. I don't want to stunt that queen. That queen is making thousands of new bees for me that I can take, put in another hive. They're going to be the honey producers. But let this queen churn them babies out and help fix the planet. See? If you so hungry for honey, go start another hive where that queen ain't as productive, but they churn out a lot of honey. They have personalities just like we do. You know, this mama is more strict. This mama is more lenient. This mama is a thought. You know what I'm saying? No, you know. They got personalities too. This mom is calm. She the kind of mom sit down and talk to you like, listen, was that a good idea? Lad, now you tell me, you look at me in the eyes, was that a good idea for you to go out there after I told you not to? That's a mama. And there's that other mama that comes, hey, come here. You come here. Come here. What did I tell you? She'll make you say all that stuff that the other mama said. You told me not to go outside after 9 o'clock because I ain't do my homework today. You got that mama. And then you got the mama to be like, hey, did y'all cook something for dinner? Because me and Leroy about to come pick me up. And I don't know what y'all gonna do, but where your sister at? I don't know, she ain't come home from school. All right, well, I'm about to go because I ain't about to deal with y'all. And then you got that mama. Your bees ain't no different. You got the calm mom, you got the strict mom, you got the mom that's strictly business, okay? You got different kinds of queens. So you have to start watching your hive and paying attention to your hive to see what kind of household your mom, your queen bee is running. She controls all of this. You want to hear a secret that I don't like saying too much because people misconstrue it? Bees ain't too much different than us. You just don't know your superpower yet. You know what I'm saying? You're a queen. You're a king. Everybody that's watching me, you are royalty. But you've been told for so long that you ain't ish that you start believing it over generations. You started believing that you was worthless. You started believing that you can't get right because you've been told for generations that you ain't worth 2 nickels. You've been told that for too long. You're royalty. Just like these queens. That queen runs everything. Nothing happens without that queen. Nothing. And then when all the other sisters in the hive try to produce babies, because they can, all the babies come out cockeyed. They can't do it right because they cannot run that hive. They cannot run that household like the queen. All they can say is, oh, mama ain't home. What would mama do if the kitchen was on fire? Get the baking soda and a broom. What? Do it. I don't know. What would mama do? That's your beehive. That's people. Without a real strong leader, running the kingdom, running the castle. Everybody else is just kind of trying to figure out what to do. We need more strong people in our hive. Don't be all butthurt because you might not be that one in charge. Be part of the hive and build it strong. That's where everybody is getting confused because everybody wants to be the queen and everybody wants to be the king. Everybody can't be the queen. Everybody cannot be the king. But you know what? I'm not the king, but I promise you this, I do want to be a part of a strong hive. Just to say I'm part of a strong hive. Greenhouse Lounge. Makes me proud enough. So I'm going to get out of here. I hope everybody, if you got any questions, any whatsoever, please, about beekeeping and the upcoming beekeeping things we're about to do, please put your comments and your questions below. Hey, guess what? I'm off work again tomorrow. So me and Lady Leia will be up for the rest of the night together answering all of your questions. And I promise you, on this video, I'm not just going to thumb and heart you. I'm not going to thumb and heart you on this one. I got a day off, and I've made this day just for you. So we will be answering all of your questions on this video. So you can be successful this spring, becoming a brand new beekeeper in your area. Watch what your neighbors say. Everybody keep thinking their neighbors gonna hate it. Your neighbors will be fascinated. And for that one neighbor to say, oh, they always doing something different. Shut up, Fred. Taste that. What is this? Honey? For me? Go. Just take that to your wife. Y'all taste it and tell me how you... Fred gonna shut up. So every now and then, every year, you know, you pass this on to that one neighbor that's always looking at you side-eye. Oh, there they go again. Doggone. Jeez. Eat that. Shut up, Fred. Okay? Don't be Fred. Right. Don't be Fred. Everybody have a wonderful day. Please enjoy your Sunday with your family and kiss them, hug them up, love on them, because nothing is promised to us tomorrow. All right? I hope everybody learned something. I'm sharing something with you that is one of my passions. It's one of the reasons this video was so long. This time I didn't say real quick. We just going to be real quick. No, because I know beekeeping takes time. Learning beekeeping takes time. All right? This is a real skill from our past that we need to learn in our present to fix our future. All right? Leia Farmer 73. Thank everybody for the donations. I'm sorry that I didn't chime y'all in, and because I seen a couple coming in. Whole new perspective. Thank you. I see a couple right here. Lisa Nelson said you dropping knowledge. Thank you so much, Lisa Nelson. I really appreciate all the help and all the donations everybody gave us today for all the stuff that we were trying to help and share with you. Thank you so much. I hope you guys learned something, and I hope that you're ready for this. Not necessarily that, but that beauty right there. I'm going to tease you one more time. Where you at? Where that pretty thing at? You ready for this? Here's the question. You ready for that? This is mine, so I can do this. Is you ready for that? This is my personal jar. Is you ready to be able to do this? And your family come over and you say, look, taste some of that. And then once they taste it, you show them this. Yeah. And I got tons of that junk too. This is priceless. Priceless. Liquid gold. And for all the people that either purchased this honey from me, or I sent you some honey, or you got this from me, you know good and well what this tastes like. It don't taste like nothing from the store, do it? Nothing in that little bear body that they try to give you. You know because you bought it from me. You ain't getting nothing like that. You don't know what this tastes like. And guess what? This ain't going to taste like that. Every jar I give to people is different because it probably came out of a different hive, or it came out the same hive, at a different time. That different month. 1 minute they eating all the citrus. That honey might taste like lemons and citrus. Now this one got a hint of garlic, sweet garlic. This one got a hint of onion in it. This one tastes like roses and wildflowers. How a rose smells, your honey tastes like a sweet rose that you can eat. All of the different tastes and variations. You can even see different colors in some of these jars. Do you see that? Different colors, different thicknesses, different variations. That means you're going to have different complex flavors and tastes in every jar you get. Every day. 1 minute it tastes like blackberry. 1 minute it tastes like blueberry. 1 minute it tastes like a little bit of garlic. 1 minute it tastes like citrus. 1 minute it tastes like wildflowers. Next minute it tastes like clover. Now it tastes like roses. You never know what you're going to get. All right? Okay, Miss Crafts, hers tastes like butterscotch. I left that one out. Exactly. Sometimes you get it taste like butterscotch. You just never know, but it's always good. And it's always medicinal. All right. Everybody have a wonderful day. Lead Farmer 73. Lady Lead had to go get Princess Lead. Lead Farmer 73. I love y'all and I'm out. Okay. Thank you so much. This is just the first of many. We're going to keep doing these videos until we all are doing the Zoom meeting and actually holding hands, keeping bees. Okay. So please keep in touch with us and let us know when if you have purchased any equipment, from your gloves, your suit, your whatever, so we know that, okay, this person right here is working their way. All right. Thank you so much, everybody. Have a wonderful day. Live Farm 73. I love you again, and I am out.